Both the Peninsula Development Road and the main Cape York-Bamaga Road can be long and monotonous in parts, but best keep a pretty sharp eye out for both livestock and traffic. Pushing it too fast on the endless corrugations will almost always lead to mechanical breakage or worse. Since our early travels in the Cape in the mid-1980s, things have changed quite a bit. Here's the main Weipa Road going through Piccaninny Plains almost 40 years ago, and then the two wheel ruts that then constituted the main Bamaga Road. This time round we opted to take the easier bypass road from Bramwell Station through the eastern portion of Heathlands and onto the famous Fruitbat Falls. We then shot up the old telegraph track to Elliot and Twin Falls, then Sam's Creek before taking a backtrack across to the main Bamaga Road and then up to the Jardine River Ferry. Crossing the Wenlock nowadays is a damn sight different to what it was back when we first started exploring the Cape. This image shows us crossing at Moreton Telegraph Station on our first Cape trip back in 1985 in our trusty old petrol-powered Hilux. When we ventured up again as the wet was finishing in 1990, the Wenlock was high and flowing hard. The only way onward was to float our new diesel Hilux across on a recently constructed raft attached to cables and pulleys, then swimmer across. The same had to be done with the 14-foot tinny that we were towing. It was a tedious task, just a bit different to driving across a concrete bridge as we do now. From the Wenlock Bridge, we shot straight up to the famous Fruitbat Falls to shake off the corrugations and rinse off the dust. No wonder it's such a popular Cape location. Our travel mates Emma and Doug were blown away by the natural beauty of the place. From there it was just a short trek north along the old telegraph track to Elliot and Twin Falls. All of these falls are always up there as a highlight of a Cape York trip, particularly if you can catch the spot with few or no other people. Hence the reason we tend to travel the Cape outside the most popular periods.
Living my best life, love is on my mind, it's making me high.
A relatively easy traverse of Canal Creek, and then we're on our way to Sam's Creek for a late arvo dip and to settle down and make camp for the night.
What's this?
Right, we're all lit up now.
And what an absolute treat Sam's Creek is, with these tiny falls and miniature gorge just below the crossing. Beautiful. How much this pool cost? Put in. Sam Creek. Love you, Sam. frills. Show us your frills, mate. Good boy. Just be gentle with you. There you go. There's your frillsies. You're a good boy, aren't you? We let you go.
He's ready to go.
Let him go. You ready? Here he goes. Okay, mate. Thank you for your trouble. Go, son. Go, go, go. Go, man. Go. Up you go. Up you go. Where you going, bro? I seen you. I seen you there. And I seen you there. Across the Jardine on the ferry. And then quick trip to Banniga. Get a few supplies, fuel, some more ice, and hopefully out the mouth of Jardine. Should be a lovely camp out there. Beautiful river this Jardine. Here we go, bro. The Jardine, Trishy. That's the Jardine. Beautiful. So we just hit Banniga, up near the tip of Australia, northernmost tip of Australia, Cape York Peninsula. This is Banniga. We're camped at this is Seisha, sorry, I should say. Just chop the top off a green coconut, some ice, a little bit of rum, which of course we collected in the bush tucker. Bang a bit of rum in that. Make sure your fingers are clean. A bit of a stir around. Oh yeah, have another couple of those. Absolutely beautiful. Em, have a crack at that.
Oh.
How good's that? Is he still in his bath? What he does? Oh yeah, just the saddle cloth.
Sugar bag.
Tie your horse up the tree and then come to the jetty fishing. That's the way to live your life. Seisha style. Into the mouth of the Jardine here. There's a million tracks to get you out of this soft sand or through the soft sand, as the case might be. It's hard to know which one to take. All roads lead to Rome though. So far they do. Oh, it's getting a bit tight here. It should be nice once we get in there. There's a heap of campgrounds all around the mouth of the mighty Jardine River. There we go. They're all joining back up again now. Pretty sandy, pretty slow going, but I reckon it'll be worth it. Hang on to your seat, mama. Now whether to take the high road or the low road, but there's been late water up here, so I'll take the high road. lined up. Looks alright. Down there, looking soft. Pretty country. GPS tells us we're going in the right direction, so a heap of different track options. As long as we're heading in the general direction, I guess we're right. You got it under control, navigator?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. We're heading north, south, east or west? Somewhere.
Yes.
Very good. Appear to be GPS getting close to the Jardine River. Another 100 metres or so and we should pop out. Few scratches down the side there. That'll be life up here. Oh, we're nearly there. According to the GPS, nearly there. So let's see when we break out. Bit of a clearing ahead. It's always exciting this bit when you haven't been into a place. We've stayed at Muddy Head just up the road from here, but we haven't been into the mouth of the Jardine. Very cool, camping prohibited right here. But there is the mouth of the Jardine. It's unreal. Absolutely gorgeous.
Look at that.
Our playground for a couple of days. Low tide. Find a good camp spot. A feed of sweet tiger squid and a good night's sleep, and it was onward and upward the next morning. From the mouth of the Jardine, we headed back through Bamaga to Seisha and then up to Punsan Bay for a quick look before taking a backtrack to the east and connecting onto the Pajinka Road through to the tip. After tapping the sign at the tip, as you do, we then planned to head back to Somerset, the Jardine's old homestead site, opposite Albany Island on the east coast of the tip of the Cape. We planned to camp there for the night, get a feed of blacklip oysters and head off in the morning. The Bottom Crossing Road from Punsan Bay through to the Pajinka Road is a single lane track that traverses coastal heathlands and some pretty little tropical rainforest pockets. An enjoyable, quiet drive that we saw no other travellers on.
Shouldn't look like I just got eaten by the forest.
When you've got plenty of time on your side, driving these back roads of the Cape is always an enjoyable experience, particularly when you get the place to yourself. Once back on the main Pajinka Road, there are some extremely dense and spectacular pockets of rainforest that always impress. And there she is, the northernmost tip of the Australian mainland. It's certainly one part of the Cape that hasn't really changed at all over the 37 years that we have been coming here. Aside from the crowds in peak time, that is. We set up camp for the evening at Somerset, once the home of the Jardine family, some of the very earliest European inhabitants of Cape York. The sunrises certainly haven't changed here. And the wildlife and Indigenous art are also something that we hope will never change. A study of the nearby graves and memorials are a stark reminder of the hardship of those early years in such an isolated place. We managed to find a dozen or so of these giant blacklip oysters on the nearby coastal rocks. Not a bad breakfast in most people's books. Nearby Fly Point is often a hotspot for big pelagic fish species, but sadly, not on this particular day. Some red-hot fishing and more magical adventures awaited us further south, so we reluctantly turned our back on the tip.